Welcome inside this web edition of Cuse Countdown. I'm Katy Williams alongside my analyst Stephen Konowitz. And Steve, this weekend, see the Carrier Dome behind you, but the Syracuse Crunch will be occupying it. And
Occupy the dome.
And Syracuse basketball is headed off to MSG, but they have quite a history there throughout their Big East run.
Yeah, definitely. That's really Syracuse's second home other than the Carrier Dome. Huge fan base there, a lot of alumni there, so it should be a very Syracuse-heavy fan base at the game.
Last year when they were playing St. John's, technically a home game for St. John's, but very Syracuse-heavy crowd. Pretty much always happens when they go to the Dome. Mm-hmm. And the team that they'll be facing as they head to MSG for the 2K Classic, first up is going to be Cal. Now, Syracuse played them last year in another Thanksgiving tournament. This one in a much nicer climate down in Maui, and Syracuse was the premier team in that tournament, everyone would say, by the end of it.
Without a doubt, and a big reason was the backcourt of Trevor Cooney and Tyler Ennis combined for 51 points and 7 assists. That's exactly what you want out of the backcourt. Obviously, Ennis is in the NBA right now. Cooney's still there, but the backcourt is something Syracuse is going to have to focus on for this tournament.
You have to think that with weather that nice, of course you'd play a little bit.
Yeah.
So moving on to this tournament now, the other side of the bracket, you've got Iowa and Texas. If you're Syracuse and you advance past Cal, who do you want to be playing in the next round?
Definitely Iowa, just because Iowa is in Texas. They're a filthy team this year, the Longhorns. A big reason for that is freshman Miles Turner. He has over 12 points a game, 6 rebounds per game, 5-star recruit. He should be a very big reason as to why Texas does well in this tournament and throughout the season as well. They're ranked number 10 right now. For that reason, I think they're going to do a better job. They'd be a tougher opponent rather than Iowa.
And this weekend is definitely going to be some tough competition for Syracuse. If they want to do well in the tournament, who's the X Factor going to have to be?
I'm going to have to go Rakeem Christmas. He's the forward for Syracuse. He really is the rock of this team. He's just the senior leadership and just all that across the board. He's going to really have to help this young team who hasn't really found their strengths with this team yet. Help them get their footing.
And now, what do you have as a prediction in this tournament? How's Syracuse going to do?
Well, I'll focus on Cal first. I think Syracuse beats them 86-74. They'll get by the first round, or the third round rather, with Cal. Then for the fourth round in the championship, I think they fall to Texas. Like I said earlier, Texas is a very good team this year. I don't think Syracuse is there yet where Texas is right now. A lot of the returning starters for the Longhorns are upperclassmen. Syracuse doesn't have that really senior leadership that much I think they did have last year. I think Texas walks away with a 2K Classic.
You mentioned the third and fourth round. Actually, Kennesaw and Hampton were technically part of this tournament, but the real meat of it taking place at MSG this weekend, Thursday and Friday. And we've got all the coverage you need on sportsblog.citrustv.net. For Steve, I'm Katy. Thanks for watching.